Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Monday Night Football on EA Sports. Straight ahead, fourth-year quarterback Marcus Mariota and the Tennessee Titans take on Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. I'll be back at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from Sunday's action. But for now, it's Monday Night Football. And to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Tennessee Titans. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Godden, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They, too, come in off the bye, so we should have two teams that are eager to get back at it.
And players are creatures of habit. You can bet they enjoyed the time off, but you know they're also ready to get right back into the swing of things.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Titans, they, too, were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll have a former Heisman Trophy winner calling the shots, hailing from the island of Oahu in Hawaii, Marcus Mariota.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. And Walker has it. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Second down, Mariota toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. One of his main targets, Delaney Walker, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Well, look now at the starting 11 on defense for Dallas. It's quite a unit, that's for sure.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And he locates Walker, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. Dion Lewis, the first carry for the expatriate. And a solid run down inside the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let him down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff him for a loss. And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. From the gun, Mariota. And that is incomplete. Jeff Heath, the strong safety, able to get in there on the coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
So on fourth down, here's the Tennessee field goal unit led by Ryan Succop. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. And Succop will put this one right through. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So the opening drive stalls out, but the field goal does get them the first points of the night.
And 3 points, not to be underestimated. How about this, right? You're on the road. You're under the lights. National television audience. This is not a dress rehearsal, partner. This is for real. And a pretty nice opening statement.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by Dak Prescott, the 135th pick in the draft back in 2016 from Mississippi State.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. On 1st and 10, Prescott. It'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. And the offensive starters for Dallas.
This offense begins and ends with Ezekiel Elliott. He played in only 10 games last year after leading the league in rushing as a rookie, but still led the league in rushing yards per game for the 2nd year in a row. When he gets his hands on the football, everyone comes to the edge of their seat.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Here we go, 46. 26.
3rd and short yardage. Prescott. Hard throw, incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number One thing they look for in a quarterback, but when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. 3, they've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Try to sit on a lead and play that way. That doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. Mariota now on second down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Anthony Brown right there to knock it away.
That's just flat out a terrific play because it's rare that you see a hitch route batted down. That means someone read that one really well and was right on the spot when the ball got to the receiver.
Mariota on 3rd and 2. And he comes back with one complete. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. A Titan first down, Mariota to Walker. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to...
And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Cowboys have recovered.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
Here we go. 1-8.
Prescott now after the fumble recovery. And he finds a man with a crossing route. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Switch and 8. Here we go.
They go play action here on first down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? R-A-C?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Extra point forthcoming. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. To throw, Mariota. Over the middle, Sharp's got it complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
With the former Volunteer Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Titans with the football here to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a 1st down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. A 1st down carry for Henry. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mariota. Incomplete to the tight end Walker, right side. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another 1st down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Mariota now 7 of 10 here in this 1st half, and he's got a 1st and 10. To throw is Mariota, and Walker with it over the middle. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And he hits the running back, Dion Lewis. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types is they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody that has that ability, they want them on their team.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get nothing out of that one. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Titans are able to strike for 6. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Ryan Suckup on for the point after. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And the lead is now 10-7. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs, so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a lot of time to change things. Prescott to throw it. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. First down carry by Elliott. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
To throw is Prescott. Completes it right side to Cooper. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
Hey, here we go. Wide angle.
Delay of game, offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still third down.
And the delay of game penalty makes this much more difficult. 3rd and 8.
Here we go. Wide angle. Let's go. Let's finish now.
Prescott now from the 50. Hill shedding the tackle, and he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. He'll boot it away from about his 35. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Corey Davis and the rest of his offense getting ready for their next drive. Second quarter, a guy like him, no catches, so that's the surprising part, but they're winning, so maybe they've been able to do some other things effectively, I guess.
And they found other ways, haven't they? Because the receivers will tell you, offense needs to run through us, but they're managing to get it done in this ball game without having to actually do that. I wouldn't expect them to stay silent for the rest of the game, though.
Yeah, you got to think that his first catch is coming at some point. A first down throw for Mariota. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. So a minute 55 to go in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Mariota on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throw it. Mariota. Incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
The Titans on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Mariota now to throw on first down. Stocker's got it. Complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. From the shotgun, it's Mariota going underneath for Lewis. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Mariota now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down. From the gun, Mariota. Throw left side complete to Sharp. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. To the air again. Mariota. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. So there you go. Like you predicted, they do get him involved, and he's got his first catch and a first down.
And what you need to do there is just put a check mark next to the circle with his number in it. Don't put the line through it. It's not done yet. That should be the first of many.
Mariota now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Again, it's Mariota. And this will be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. The second down throw here for Mariota. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Prescott now after the fumble recovery. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Face mask. Defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march off another 15 against your squad.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. Not time enough for a play and then a timeout, you wouldn't think. So with 4 seconds left, they're going for it. Final play of the half, Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys are in for 6.
Well, someone has a sense of the dramatic here, don't they? Scoring this late in the half to take the lead going into the locker room.
Now they just don't want to misstep it's kickoff because there's still a little bit of time left on that clock.
Yeah, you do have to bring that up, don't you? In the NFL, every play is critical. And if you give up something cheap there, all that advantage they just gained goes right out the window.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports halftime report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at New Era Field just outside of Buffalo, where it was the visiting Bears who come in and get the victory on the road. Taylor Gabriel, well over 100-yard receiving with 3 touchdown catches. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Houston Texans. DeAndre Hopkins, well over 100-yard receiving with 3 touchdown catches. Finally, let's get to Silicon Valley to check on the 49ers at home at Levi Stadium. And things didn't go so well, as it was the visiting Raiders who come in and grab the victory. Derek Carr, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And spins away. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Getting set to go again, we get a look at Amari Cooper as he heads back out there now. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Second half starts with a carry by Elliott. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but There are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Again to Elliott, and an Elliott run, and he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. The give is to Elliott. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Tackle, and then brought down right around the 20. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Here we go.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They'll try and run forward with Smith. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? From the shotgun, it's Prescott. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
He gets his first catch there, but all in all, when you're talking about the #1 receiver in the NFL coming into this game, and we're just talking about the first catch there, I think they're doing a nice job of bottling him up.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. Prescott from the gun. He is going to find Hill here. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defense.
And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 21-10 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage will be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Play fake to Henry. Now Mariota. He's going to loft one deep. This is intercepted. Chidobe with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Nice pick.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
And out now come the Cowboys. This offense, thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit. Let them catch their breath.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 40.
Here we go. Wide eight.
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Over the middle, Cooper with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Cowboys with a football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. They'll run with Elliott. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. Wesley Woodyard there on the tackle. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped. And that might be Titan football. It is.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. Mariota now after the fumble recovery. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards. Decent start to the drive there. Of course, they need the touchdown, 2-point conversion, and a field goal.
Yeah, those guys are into it. How about the guys on the sideline? You see the coaches signaling, all the personnel groups up on the sideline ready to go in and out of the game. They try and get back into it.
So that'll back them up 5. The false start backs them up 5. 1st and 15. To throw is Mariota. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They get the penalty yardage back, plus 5 more as they get it to 2nd and 5.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take the field. It brings up 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Mariota again. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash, this from 33. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
When that ball was snapped, They were counting on it being now a one-possession game. Instead, the block occurs. That changes the whole mindset for them. And if you're the guys who just blocked it, you're floating off the field right now. Big-time play.
Yeah, big-time play. Could have been a one-score game. Instead, it stays 2 scores. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
That's the relief, that you still have the lead. But coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they get a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team.
They go to Elliott again. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
This is taken at the 18. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. A 1st down throw for Mariota. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
Yeah, really turned it loose, didn't he? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Mariota again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle.
Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? He always talked about taking what the defense gives you, but sometimes you have to know when you have to take more. That was one of those situations.
Throw it, Mariota. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Desperation time. Mariota on 4th down. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And out across midfield down to the 45. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. It doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done as you noted, and they did.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
The Titans on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And that is incomplete. Anthony Brown right there to knock it away.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right. They have had no room to breathe. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So another long try for 3 and another kick that comes up lacking.
Yeah, this isn't going to do any wonders for his field goal percentage. But you have to figure as a head coach that when you send a guy out there to try and kick from that distance, it's a 50-50 proposition at best.
Prescott on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
26.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. Prescott now from the 50. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
We got three, fellas.
Now Prescott on 4th down. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
There we go.
Throwing here, Prescott. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there, almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. Now another timeout here called by the Titans as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. The Cowboys on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete.
All right, let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys, because the offensive guys always taught, find the first down sticks and make the play. On defense, what do you want to do? Guard the first down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the first down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team, because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Got a man right side. It's Sharp. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Mariota now to throw on first down. And his throw is incomplete. The intended receiver, Taywan Taylor. And it's second down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Hey, watch number 32.
Throwing again. Mariota on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Lewis. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. And he clocks it with just over 30 seconds left.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day. Watch twins. Watch twins.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mariota. And oh, look at that, a diving catch.
Let's go.
Mariota to Sharp that time for a Titan first. First down now, but that clock rolling. And they're down to 17 seconds now here after the spike. And they don't get the reception, incomplete. So now they're down to 17 seconds remaining. Again, it's Mariota. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. The Titans on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Mariota. And that's complete to Lewis. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Dion Lewis, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Titans have made this a one-score game. Extra point put through by Succop. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. A 10-play drive that time. And the result in the end, a Titans touchdown. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. This is Elliott. And he's taken down inside the 30. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Cowboys, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll try again next week at home against New England. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.